Six
Okay.
times I failed in pumpkin, but seventh time I was able to get around
Wow.
4 big cubes. The entire home used to be like an insect, national park. Carrying a pot with soil, carrying a pot without
Absolutely.
soil makes a drastic difference. So during my absence, the hands-on training what you provide is really a solid foundation for anybody who want to start the farming.
Namaskara, everyone, and welcome to Belesiri. And it's a pleasure to introduce Mr. Chandan. Chandan might have gone through lots of mistakes and growing process and all those experience I want him to share so that others also can understand, it's not so easy, but a very simple technique. And hi, Chandan. I want to start with congratulating you because you are the star performer of April. It's a long pending interview with you. So please introduce yourself briefly, like what you do and why you wanted to do this.
Oh, okay. Thank you, first of all, for the recognition. I mean, thanks to Belesiri for recognizing all these efforts. Yeah. So basically, I am a software project manager by profession. So I work for a company called Omega, which is recently taken over by Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
So officially, I work for Goldman Sachs now. So I'm a techie basically. So that is what my background is. I'm basically from Mysore, born and brought up to an extent in Mysore, but later part of my education, everything happened in Bangalore itself.
Okay.
And earlier it was like, I used to roam around a lot. So you name a place in Karnataka, I've visited. 15 years back it was. So I had organized the beach cleaning activity.
Wow.
So in Karwar, so that is when my interest for this plant started developing. My actual inspiration is my mother. So she used to, keep some pots everywhere, all around the corner in my home, and she was the one who used to push me always. Hogi neer haku, water it, and give it some nutrition, something like that. So that and this coincidentally made me realize it's something which is very required. So I was going with the traditional farming, but your photos in Facebook earlier when you started Belesiri, so that attracted me a lot. And after multiple attempts, I had a chance to learn. So a lot of learning.
Nice. So your mother was the one who inspired you, right? You told me when you attended my workshop.
Correct.
In fact, before attending the workshop, also we used to talk. Okay, and
Yes.
as you said, rightfully, rewards are very encouraging, right? So
Exactly.
Nature, when you nurture the plants, they reward you. In fact, before me rewarding, and after seeing that only, I mean, I'm just recognizing your hard effort. Because everybody will not be able to reach such a point, and congrats again.
Thank you.
So you are already growing in soil, right? As I know, since your mother had already some setup.
Yes.
You always
So
tell about your papaya, right? So why you went soilless?
Okay, so this was one reason. Okay, so the concept of hydroponics was very new to me. Okay, so when I actually attended your workshop, it was like theory and practicals. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಬಂದು ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದೋಸ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಸೊ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂದಾಗ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ getting into Soilless. Second thing was yes, the maintenance and the or the nutrition what we get or what the plants get, right? That was another added value for going for a soilless. And the third point was, with my 100% of when we had a earlier soil farm, my entire home used to be like an insect, national park. You name an insect, it used to be here.
Okay.
And I stay in a very remote place called Nagarbavi in Bangalore. So it's like a paradise for snakes.
Right.
So thinking that avoiding all this would actually benefit me, and even since I do not have a place and I had to start this at my terrace. So going for a soilless will also bring in lose some weight for my terrace is what I had imagined, because carrying a pot with soil, carrying a pot without
Absolutely.
soil makes a drastic difference. So during my absence, if my mother used to she used to pull, she couldn't lift it.
Correct.
So that was another advantage, that made me to go to soilless farming.
Okay. Okay. So more than soilless, weightlessness attracted you, right?
Weightlessness attracted me a lot.
And also the maintenance, you thought, it's
Yes.
easier if you go soilless. Awesome.
Correct.
What all you have grown so far?
So, so far, I've grown tomatoes and ginger, garlic, and all the leafy vegetables like curry leaves, palak, coriander,
Papaya.
and papaya. Yes, papaya is
with
one.
soil, I guess, no?
Papaya is with soil, and I have one with soilless also.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome.
Yes, and
you can go papaya also without soil.
Yes,
that's the good news.
And I've also started on banana. So I have to keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ತಂಬಳಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಏನದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪತ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ಏನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನೇಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಎಸ್ ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಮಿಂಟ್, some call it as Sri Lankan mint, so I don't know what's the exact name in English. And recently I've started experimenting with two flowers. So one is definitely rose, and another one is the jasmine.
Okay.
And from the climbers, I'm successful in going a bitter gourd. And because of the space constraints, I couldn't grow any other climbers apart from pumpkin. Pumpkin was also a huge success for me.
Awesome.
Six times I failed in pumpkin. Six times I failed in pumpkin, but seventh time I was able to get around 4 big cubes. Garlic and ginger, this time, and coriander. These three, actually, I'm very, very happy. I've never tried it earlier because tomatoes, palak, and all, from whatever learning I had from your classes, I immediately applied it. So it worked for me. But when I started on my own, when I realized that raw success, or that, this thing. So I'm actually very happy. Very, very happy with the way the nutrients combo, especially the chart what you gave, right? Judiciously I followed it.
Awesome.
Judiciously I followed it. So even today, if I have to tell you, my garlic is still lush green, and the ginger has taken its exact 9 to 10 months of its period for harvesting. So now the leaves have started turning yellow, so it is indicating me to start harvesting. So that was another satisfaction which gave me.
Awesome. You said you religiously followed many things, and I'm glad to know that. And also, I know that you have done your own research, and you're not just following only one thing. You're trying different things, and you do some research also. That's what I want to tell beginners. You have to do lots of research yourself, because many people they want spoon feeding, right? Spoon feeding is not always good, and you'll not get lots of exciting results apart from whatever you learned. So that's great. Great lesson. And do you think everyone should do this gardening, especially the people who are working in IT industry or corporate lifestyle, stressed out? Do you think it will benefit?
Yes, definitely it will benefit. It is, a must for corporates, those who work in the IT industry, and for those who do not work in IT industry, or those who are not at all working, or having a retired life. Definitely, it's a booster.
True.
Okay, definitely it's a booster because one example I have it in my own place itself. My father. So after my mom's passing away, he's 75 now. Okay, he was never interested in gardening.
Okay.
Never ever interested. He used to scold me, ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಮನೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಳ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Yes. So after I told him one day I'll be very late to the office. So evening I called him up and I just told him to go and pluck the mint leaves. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪತ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೊಳೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ತಂಬಳಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಸೊ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಬರಕ್ಕಿಂತ for him it's free of cost.
Absolutely.
Right.
Nutritious.
So yes, he was very happy to pluck all those. Okay. So what I did was I brought all my coriander, curry and chili plants downstairs itself. Now he himself will maintain it.
Awesome. Great.
So yeah, so he spends at least 1 or 2 hours in the morning and 1 or 2 hours in the evening. Okay. So the mobile usage has been reduced and awesome. His time has been completely, for some extent, he spends time with the plants. So he calls me whenever I'm out of town. How much should I put? What should I do? And all those stuff. So in short, nobody should feel you are alone in life. Plants are there. You have to start gardening. It will definitely benefit you in all aspects.
Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. You told another beautiful thing, that is, if you want to get rid of mobile,
yes,
going.
yes,
that's true. That's true. Yeah. So what do you think, how being associated with Belesiri helped you?
The key pointers are, first is the hands-on training. Okay, the hands-on training what you provide is really a solid foundation for anybody who want to start the farming. That is first. Second thing is the PPTs and the reference materials what you shared. Those are very exhaustive. For someone who receives an email, they might just see it as a email with a GB content. ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೆಜಿ ಇದೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಟೆರೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ, there is a lot of hard work that you have done is what I personally feel. Really kudos to you for all the research that you have done.
Thank you so much.
And another thing is the nutrient solution preparation and the PPM chart. That was also very, very beneficial.
Okay.
So, and simple things like charting out plant charter. This day I sowed, this day I applied the nutrients. Today, basically that progress tracker. Adu bala help aaytu.
Okay. Okay.
So and definitely the quality of the nutrients what you give, those are also very good.
Thank you.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನನಗೆ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ.
Okay. Okay.
ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. So more or less, for Bangalore temperature with those nutrient supplies and the recent rains, it all helped a lot.
Okay.
So these two are training reference materials. So what I actually request everybody is, at least for curiosity's sake, let's go through that reference materials once. I'm sure at least every person will have 5 to 6 points noted in their own notebooks.
Takeaways, yeah.
Key takeaways.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Yeah, many people don't even look at reference materials, of the training. I know, but yeah, there are many reasons for that.